I've been in e-commerce for more than 10 years now, and I have met countless of people who are facing the same exact challenge, struggling to make their first sales. Those sales that prove people are actually seeing and loving their products. And here is what I noticed. Many entrepreneurs put huge effort into designing and developing their products. But when it comes to selling them, that's where they fall short. Imagine that you've created the best product ever. But instead of setting up your store on a busy street, you chose a deserted alley. And you sat there waiting for someone to stumble upon your store and discover your amazing products. Chances are it's not going to happen. It doesn't matter how much money you have invested into designing and creating your products. It doesn't matter even if you have invested thousands of dollars into creating the best Shopify store ever. No traffic means no sales. So even if you have the best product ever, if you don't tell the world about it, you will never see sales. So is there a solution? Well, sure. And this is what we are going to see in this video. And even if you are on a small budget, I highly recommend you to watch this video because I'm gonna give you some strategies that work very well for small budgets. Before moving into the tactics to drive traffic to your store, there are two essential things that you must be doing. And these things are actually super important and you should never miss them. Point number one, focus on your product benefits. I've said it a million times on this YouTube channel and I will say it one more time. If you don't focus on communicating your product benefits, if you don't tell your store visitors how your product is going to change their lives, you won't be able to make sales. Most of my clients get this wrong at the beginning and they are usually confused between specifications and benefits. So always remember, no one is going to buy your product if you don't tell them what they will get out of buying your product. I will give you one moment to read this sentence again and let it sink. Point number two, you must collect video reviews. Well, I know, most probably you have like a lot of arguments of how hard it is to collect video reviews. And I agree, it is hard. And that's why you must do it, because most brands and most store owners won't even get to this stage. They won't put the effort into collecting video reviews. Video reviews are extremely important and you can use them in different ways. You can use them to improve your store conversion rate. You can use them in your ads, in your social media profiles, everywhere. So I highly recommend you to put the effort into collecting video reviews. And it's not as hard as you imagine. You can start with your friends, with your family, even with yourself. And later on, you can start with your first customers by giving them an incentive to create the video reviews. So these are the most important 2 points you must focus on. There are other important points that usually brands don't miss, like having a professional website or having good product photography. And depending on your niche, you might have different must-haves or requirements. For fashion, for example, you should have a very clear size chart and a very clear return and exchange policy. And for makeup, for example, you should have good color swatches and application instructions. Once you get the basics down, now is the right time to start driving traffic to your store. And I'm going to start by giving you the full strategy, then I will give you an updated strategy that works for small businesses with small budgets. So the first thing that you can do, and it can help you greatly to drive traffic to your store, is to start publishing content on social media. Well, I know maybe you are not a big fan of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and so on. And I understand. But now you must have social media presence for your brand, because everyone, literally everyone, is on social media. Our parents, our grandparents, our kids, ourselves. We are always on our mobiles checking these platforms. That's why your brand should be there. You should learn how to create content that can go viral. You should learn how to create content that your customers love. You should learn how to create content that your potential customers care about. Especially with Instagram and TikTok, it's very hard to learn how to create good videos that can actually attract your potential customers and make them hopefully go to your store. But it's something that you must do. Not all products perform in the same way in all platforms. So if you sell something that's super funny and cool, Instagram and TikTok could be your best friends. if you are selling something that needs a lot of education or it's related to a niche that needs a lot of education, YouTube can be your best friend because your potential customers will be already on YouTube researching the niche. So if you sell, for example, makeup, you can create a YouTube channel where you share detailed tutorial about how to put the makeup and so on. You can do the same on Instagram and TikTok because makeup works honestly on all platforms. Regardless of the platform or the platforms you decided to be on, learning how to script, shoot, and edit videos is a skill that you must acquire. And please be easy on yourself. In order to learn how to create viral videos, you need to start. And we always start from somewhere. I'm a content creator. I'm creating content for you now. I know how challenging it is. I've been on this for years and I know how hard and difficult it could be. But this is something that you must learn how to do if you are looking to drive traffic to your store and to start making these sales. The second type of traffic that I highly recommend you to rely on are meta ads. And whoever told you that meta ads don't work anymore is mistaken. Meta ads still work because you and me and everyone is still buying from ads we see on Instagram and on Facebook. So basically, we are still buying. It means the ads are still working. Well, I agree. Meta ads could be way easier for some products and niches compared to others. So, for example, if you sell something that's cool, that can go viral by itself, if it's not that expensive, selling it using meta ads is actually easier than selling a product that costs $500 and it's super complicated and no one can understand it. In order to run successful meta ads now, you need actually to acquire 3 skills. The first one is to learn how to create good creatives, and this includes images and videos. I know that this seems a little bit complicated, but in reality it's not. You just need to go to your competitors, to go to big brands in your niche or maybe in other niches and look at their ads and see what they are doing and learn from them. And now with the help of platforms and applications like Canva and CapCut, anyone can create good creatives. The second skill that you must acquire is to learn how to read your data. Well, you created your ads, you start running your campaigns. Now the question is how you are going to evaluate those ads, how you are going to see if your ads are working or not. The third skill you must acquire is to learn to be patient. And this is super important because people who succeed on Meta or on TikTok ads are usually the ones that continue to test and continue to try. If you are going to give up after the first $500 you are going to spend, I recommend you not to start with Facebook ads and Instagram ads in the first place. You must have a winner mindset when you start running those ads because you would need time to learn how to run these ads and how to run them successfully. And once you do, Meta ads will become your biggest customers acquisition channel. I'm gonna stop this video and take one moment of your time to invite you to do 3 things. First, I want to invite you to smash the like button because by liking this video, you will help it to reach more and more people and you will help me to reach more and more people. Second, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel and to hit the notification bell because in this way you will get notified every time I publish a new video. And finally, I want to invite you to sign up to the free workshop I'm offering. In this workshop, I show you the exact framework that you should be applying to your business in order to be able to create a strong, sustainable e-commerce business. A business that can attract, convert, and retain customers. So, if you are interested, you will find the link below. Just go down, click, it's totally free and you don't need to pay any dollars. And now, let's get back to the video. Now, the third strategy I recommend you to test and try to drive traffic to your store is influencer marketing. This is one of the best strategies if you are looking to spread the brand awareness, to tell more people about your brand, to get more followers on social media, and to get more brand exposure. And it's a strategy that can work well to any brand actually. Like for any niche, there are people on social media who have a lot of followers and a lot of fans. You can work with them in order to spread the word about your brand and in order to get more people to visit your store and hopefully to convert. Now, the final strategy that I recommend you to test is running Google Ads. Google Ads can perform super well to some niches compared to others. So if you sell something that people might go actually to Google to search for, Google Ads could be your best friend. And you can start by simply running display ads and shopping ads. But I repeat, Google Ads perform better for some niches compared to other niches. So if you sell like fashion, normal fashion, it's very hard to get like quick sales from Google Ads. But if you sell something like vegan, organic, pet food, it's way easier to sell it with Google Ads. Now let's see how we are going to adjust this strategy if you have a very limited budget. Well, for small budgets, I highly recommend you to start first with social media. Creating content is for free, so basically you don't have any excuse. Start there, start to learn how to create good content on social media and try to drive traffic to your store through these platforms. The second thing that you can do, and it's actually something that you can do almost for free, and it's way cheaper than any other strategy that you can use, and it is to start selling your products on Etsy. Well, hear me well. I'm not an Etsy fan. I recommend my clients to always have their own online shops to sell their products there, because on Etsy you can never collect your customers' data. In one night, Etsy can decide to shut down your store and all of your work will be in the garbage. But if you are just starting out, Etsy could be a very helpful start point for you, because ads on Etsy are extremely cheap and you just need to list your products on Etsy, list them properly with a good SEO and start running ads, and you will start seeing sales. I've tried this with so many of my clients who were starting out with a very limited budget, and Etsy worked for them very well. But remember, you can't rely on Etsy entirely. Etsy should be just one of your sales channels and you should be there. Okay, it's perfect for small businesses with small budget. The third thing I recommend you to try and test is influencer marketing. And if you are just starting out with a limited budget, you can go to small influencers, and those might accept to market your products just in return of the products, and that's it. So try influencer marketing, and if you want to know more about it, there is a video on my YouTube channel that shows you all the lessons I have learned after working with hundreds and hundreds of influencers. So I highly recommend you to check it out. Now, the fourth thing I recommend you to do is to start with Google Ads. And you can start Google Ads with $0. Obviously, you need some budget, but it's kind of the cheapest paid ads ever. If your product and your niche are Google friendly, I recommend you to start running some Google Ads. Now, the final thing that I recommend you to do is a little bit like an old strategy, and many brands now don't do it. It is to try to list your products on other blogs and websites. Well, let me tell you how this works. Let's say, for example, you sell wedding favors. What you can do is you can go to Google, research the top blogs on Google about this topic. And there are so many blogs that list, for example, top 10 places to buy wedding favors, or top 10 vegan shoes brands, or top 10 pet foods. And what you should be aiming for is to get your brand listed on those blog posts. And yes, you will be paying for this, but hopefully you will be paying for something that deserves. And usually it's gonna be worth it, because these blogs and websites will help you to drive a lot of traffic. And the good thing is, most of these blogs act on monthly basis, so you can try for 1 month. If you didn't see results, you can stop the contract and move to something else. Thank you so much for watching this video and staying up until the end. I truly appreciate that. Before leaving, I want to invite you to smash the like button, because by liking this video, you will help it to reach more and more people, and you will help me to reach more and more people. Second, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel and to hit the notification bell, because in this way you will get notified every time I publish a new video. Thank you again and see you soon. Bye bye.